Hello everyone, my name is YangFang Zhou. I also go by Helen. I'm associate professor from the Lee Kong Chian School of Business, Singapore Management University. This whole experience has been so amazing and exciting. As an academic, I'm trained to do research, identifying research questions, put them in models, and doing proofs and clean up data, and finally writing them up, mostly for other academics to read. But when it comes to turning these models and proofs into something that can yield economic benefits, have a real impact, I had no idea where to start. The whole commercialization process was completely new to me, and it was so exciting but full of uncertainty. Luckily, the KTC team was there with me every step of the way, whether it was deciding how to move ahead, preparing for a presentation in front of an industry panel, or navigating the patent application process. They were always there, guiding me through every single step. I felt that I was always and completely supported. I have been learning a lot. It has been so much fun and exhilarating. I had a research idea on a business model for electric vehicles about 5 years ago, but it was not until 2 years ago when I first got COVID that I decided to take a step back from everything and do some back-of-the-envelope calculations for this business model. And that's when I realized its enormous potential, both in terms of reducing the generation cost for the electric grid and reducing the emissions for the environment. Then I reached out to a colleague, Simon, who is an academic and also entrepreneur, who then introduced me to IIE. IIE then tried introducing me to a few entrepreneurs in the electric vehicle space, but nothing panned out. I was not very hopeful until I was introduced to Dr. Z, who joined SMU only a month prior. Also, I was expecting my second child, so I was afraid I wouldn't be taken seriously. In our first meeting, I explained my research on the business model and discussed its potential economic and environmental benefits. Frankly, I was not even sure if he fully understood what I was saying, but he was very encouraging and positive. He also had such a pleasant demeanor that I felt it would be wonderful to work with him. He also shared his story about his Smart Cube patent and his experience in A-Star for research commercialization. At that moment, I thought, why not? Even if nothing comes out of this, I'll get to know a very positive person with a ton of experience and hear his stories. Dr. Z gave me some advice on the next steps, so I decided to go ahead with submitting an invention disclosure to SMU and filing a patent application to Singapore, which I did once my maternity leave was over. To move from invention disclosure to a patent application, I have to give a presentation in front of an industry panel who would then judge whether my invention disclosure was worthy of filing a patent. Once the industry panel gave its approval, SMU IIE signed off too. KTC then got me an attorney to help with the provisional patent application. We met face-to-face to hash out the key details, and the attorney guided me step by step to convert the invention disclosure into a provisional patent. I was connected to someone from the Energy Market Authority. This connection was instrumental in helping me pursue the academic research related to this commercialization effort. I also had the opportunity to connect with NG, a major player in the EV charging industry. Due to my presentation to the industry panel, I was introduced to a VC leader who met with me later on to offer guidance. All of these connections are incredibly valuable for the next steps. KTC also offered to connect me with other key stakeholders in the ecosystem but I was not able to follow up on all of them due to the balance of work and life. Still, I know that KTC team is perfectly positioned and will do their best to connect me with the right person to move forward. The first challenge was presenting in front of an industry panel. The stakes were high because if they did not approve, I'd probably have to drop the whole patent process. I spent nearly 20 years presenting to academics who think like me, but this panel consists of people from the business world, VC leaders, entrepreneurs. They don't care about models or proofs, so I asked Dr. Zhou if I could do a mock presentation with him to get some feedback. He gave me great tips on what kinds of questions might come up and what the panel would actually care about. He also briefed me on the background of each member of the panel, helping me tailor my talk to this particular audience. The second challenge was turning the invention disclosure to a provisional patent. Coming from business school background, I knew very few people who fight for patents, so it was all new to me. I found out my invention disclosure did not have enough details on the infrastructure or hardware design, so KTC proactively scheduled me to meet with the attorney to make it more patentable. It took about 4 months and several rounds of edits while we finally submitted a provisional patent application. The entire process with KTC has been incredible. From the very beginning, they walked me through every step with care. From the very big picture of how to proceed to the small details of how to write invention disclosure, they helped me connect with key industry players. Their hands-on approach made all the difference. The attorney they brought in was fantastic. He made the legal process much easier for me to understand and was instrumental in turning the invention disclosure into a provisional patent. I haven't gone through this yet, but KTC mentioned I could apply for a GAIP funding from SMU IIE. If I get the funding, they will help me find a business person to develop a business plan and hire engineers to write the software. That would be awesome. As an academic, I don't know if I would pursue commercialization without this type of support. Such support makes a whole world of difference. If you're academic like me and want to start a company, KTC is your best friend. I've been loving this amazing and exciting journey with KTC. If you give KTC a chance, you will love it too.